the Gusegun. Gusegun. Max. 맛있는 맥주. Delicious beer. I have come to Seoul to try to find the Buddhist English Library. Let's see if I can do that. This is YBM. It's a very famous English language, what they call a hagwon here, academy. One thing I have considered doing is my last year or so in Korea is working in a place like YBM because these types of places will provide housing for the foreign instructors, and that would save me quite a bit of money for my final send-off. It's a thought. You don't get vacation with these places. You do get good pay, but you don't get any time off. So that is a drawback. 불교 영어 도서관. Okay, there it is. I found it. Now, just exactly how do I get in there? Okay, it looks like it's on the 3rd floor in this building, which I can't get in. Must be too early. Alright, that library is not open. It doesn't look like it's going to open. So, I'm going to go do something else. This is a restoration. There is an interesting history to this palace. This palace was originally built in the late 14th century, late 1300s, and it was the central palace of the Korean kingdom. And then in the 1590s, the Japanese invaded and they destroyed everything here. They destroyed the palace. And it was just left derelict and in ruins until the 1860s when it was rebuilt. And then when the Japanese invaded again in the 20th century, late 19th, early 20th century, they tore down Gyeongbokgung Palace and they built a Governor General's headquarters here. Korea had been annexed to the Japanese Empire, and so they built an office here, and it was the center of Japanese control over Korea. After World War II, the Koreans tore down the Governor General's office, and they started laying plans to rebuild the palace. And in 1990, they began work, and this is the fruit of it. They have rebuilt Gyeongbokgung to its former glory. These are totems, and in the old days they were often found in pairs out in front of village gates, and sometimes you see them at temples too, out in front of temples. This is the Korean National Folk Museum. Alright, this was a structure that was moved here from elsewhere, but it's exemplary of the structures that protected steels, royal steels that had information or an edict or something, and you can probably see it in there. This one. This is from the 19th century, I believe. As you've seen in other videos, I've made the piling up of stones, especially around temples. It's very important. It's some kind of cultural behavior. should investigate more what it is about the piling up of stones. I think maybe I was told at one time that piling up stone, I mean not like this, well maybe like this, I don't know, but usually the small piles of stones around temples are supposed to be like prayers or good wishes or something like that. That's my understanding. But I am no research historian. Don't take my word for it. Look into it yourself. This is a replica of the village mill. And it looks to be the usual setup. Just push the stone around the central stone and it grinds the crap out of everything. I bet a few fingers have gotten caught under there. It's pretty cool. We got to remember this stuff after Trump brings about the end of the world. We have to know how to do things like this, right? This is a water mill, and I bet you inside there is the stone. As soon as this little school group moves away, I'll go look inside. So outside is the wheel, and that turns, and then these things go up and down and grinding whatever's in the depressions in the floor. Cool. Well, my phone keeps crashing unexpectedly, so I got hooked up to an external power supply now that I'm carrying in my pocket. We'll see if that helps. All right, we're going to look at this big thing there and see what it is, and that might be today's adventure. All right, that's the museum building itself. Apparently it's all inside here, and that's just for decoration.